utilizando toda la concentración y todos los recursos que pueden.
September 3rd, 2011, Chilean news station TVN is hosting a live game show by the name of KA7 or 7th Street. Many young adults compete on this game show in order to hopefully win and get a cash prize. In Chile, this game show was a hit and isn't really anything out of the ordinary. Anyone familiar with the game show would be quite surprised to see it talked about in a video of my kind of genre, as this game show is more on the family-friendly side of things. And for the most part, this was true, except on September 3rd, when it took a turn for the worse.
No habíamos querido decir nada antes de chequear bien lo que estaba sucediendo porque compromete a personajes del canal, a personas muy queridas.
The players were in the middle of a game when the host interrupted it with terrible news. A really bad accident had occurred, although it did not occur on the show, rather inside the network itself. That morning, a group of members from the TVN station, including famous presents such as Felipe Camaroga and Roberto Bruce, and many other staff, went aboard a military aircraft to report the recovery efforts on the 2010 earthquake that had terribly damaged the country, with the aircraft heading to the island of Robinson Crusoe, a place the crew would never get to reach. As the host mentioned earlier interrupted the show, he would announce that everyone on that plane crashed into the ocean and that everyone on it had likely perished, including the team TVN had sent and some of the network's biggest presenters. This news sent shockwaves across the whole network, with the team having to face the fact that many of their close friends and colleagues had tragically passed away. Over the course of many days, bodies and debris would be found scattered around the crash site, then leading to finding the plane itself. It is reported that aircraft had encountered heavy winds, resulting in 2 failed landing attempts, and after making a U-turn, the aircraft would then vanish into the water, likely as the result of it running out of fuel. This all would result in a grim interruption in the television program. But the situation can only get more eerie, as the plane was searched and it would be discovered that the plane's cameraman had been filming minutes before the crash, recording a video of every person on the plane, with all of them being clueless that they would meet their fate in just a few minutes' time. It's disturbing knowing this footage was captured just moments before the crew had met their fate, and even more eerie, in one of the camera's SD cards there was a set of 6 images. This all doesn't seem so disturbing, but once some effects are applied, we can start to make out a plane window, along with a lot of water covering the camera's lens. And disturbingly, the image was timestamped after the plane had impacted the water. This SD card was also found inside an empty water bottle, and although this was never proven, it can introduce the idea that the plane's cameraman, Romina Irizabaro, was alive after the plane crash. This means he placed the SD card in the water bottle to prevent it from being ruined from the salt water, which would also mean he was trapped and was slowly drowned as the vessel slowly sunk to the bottom of the ocean, with no hope of ever escaping the wreckage.
Hello, this is Angelus, and this is Seriously Episode 4, my weekly review.
September 13th, 2009, the In Hindi Spurts channel would be created. The man who owned this channel originally started as an online Magic of the Gatherings YouTuber, although quickly transitioned to reviewing podcasts that he listened to in his free time, often giving many exaggerated responses trying to put on a show for the audience. He only posted around 9 videos during his YouTube career, never really taking himself seriously and just having fun. By this point, you may expect me to pull some disturbing last video he made or some crazy allegations, but it's even more tragic. In Hindi's Birds isn't really known for this channel. Unfortunately, many people remember him from the video behind this photo. Many of you probably immediately knew who this was, but for those of you who don't, this is a man by the name of Ronnie Mcnutt, who also owned the In Hindi Spurts channel. He is also behind one of the most infamous livestream deaths on the internet. August 31st of 2020, Ronnie would go on Facebook Live clearly intoxicated and holding a rifle. Many friends and family would end up noticing this and end up calling him, trying to stop him from doing the inedible. He talked calmly during the whole stream and only answered a call from his ex-girlfriend where the two argued, and after hanging up, Ronnie would say his famous last words, "Well, everyone, I guess that's it," and then took his own life with the rifle that was next to him. During an investigation, investigators would find out Ronnie had suffered from many mental health problems, such as depression and PTSD attributed from serving time in the Iraq War. After all of this, people flooded to his Facebook page, where people saw he would make a post with a quote saying, "Someone in your life needs to hear they matter, that they are loved, they have a future. Be the one to tell them."